हम न बदलेंगे वक्त की रफ्तार के साथ। हम न बदलेंगे वक्त की रफ्तार के साथ। जब भी मिलेंगे अंदाज पुराना ही होगा। Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are here with another interesting episode of Kansbahal Radio with a more interesting personality, a military officer, Major Chandrasekhar Panda, better known as Lalu Panda to all Kansbahalites, eldest son of Mr. P.C. Panda from Accounts Department. Let's listen from him regarding his journey so far. Good evening, Mr. Lalu Panda. खुशियों पर मौज की रवानी रहेगी। खुशियों पर मौज की रवानी रहेगी। जिंदगी में कोई ना कोई कहानी रहेगी। हम यूं कार्यक्रम में 4 चांद लगाते रहेंगे अगर आपकी तालियों की मेहरबानी रहेगी। Good evening, Mr. Lalu Panda.
Hi. Have a very good evening to you.
Yes, sir, it's our pleasure to have you on our program today. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Lalu Panda. Sir, tell us something about your arrival to Kansbahal.
Well, Tushar, it was arrival. I can say I was born and brought up in a way in Kansbahal only. So for me, arrival was my arrival to the earth itself. That's it.
Okay. That's quite a crispy answer, sir. How was the place? Or rather, how did you take to the place from your early childhood?
Well, Tushar, you have to understand one thing. That what we say in Hindi, Janmabhoomi, it was like I was born, brought up, and till date, whenever I am somewhere near Kansbahal, I make it a point to get into Kansbahal and go to all the places where I have spent my childhood or my adulthood. That's it.
Wow, that's really nice to listen. So, when you was a kid, I understand it was Utmal and later on it became L&T as you saw it. So, what was your feeling like throughout the transition and throughout your childhood and when you grew up? Tell us something more about that.
Well, Tushar, as far as the name is concerned, whether it was Utmal or L&T, it doesn't matter for me. But you have to understand that when I was doing my articleship with Sharman Tannen, those days itself, the transition was going on. As an article, I was innovating not of the transition from Utmal to L&T. But for me, it never made any difference because I was the child of the place and I still remain to be the child of the place. That's it.
Lovely. So you found the transformation was quite smooth and it didn't practically affect you.
Exactly.
Lovely. So what's your take on Utmal or L&T Township?
Well, it is, you have to, it is somebody just cannot imagine or, think what is Kansbahal. Only those people who have stayed in Kansbahal, they will understand the meaning of what is Kansbahal. Kansbahal, those days, was the cosmopolitan outlook of the country. We had people from all corners of the country. Even for that matter, we had interaction. We had interactions even with the foreigners like Germans and who had come. So Kansbahal is a lovely word. It's a lovely town. It's a lovely, whatever you tell about Kansbahal is just lovely. That's it.
Great. I can see that emotion. And apart from emotion, who was your inspiration in the township or Utmal or L&T? Who inspired you most?
Well, there were great people. Those, they were good friends, uncles like Bhimrat uncle, Suri uncle, then friend like Bunty, that is Avinash Kashyap. Then there were my good friends like Roshan Kujur, Pravir Kujur, Pradeep Naik, his younger brother Tunna Munna that we say. And there was my very good friend who is no more, Vinny Srivastav, Ragini. There's endless who I will say they gave us the inspiration. And I can't. I'm sorry, I can't take all the names in this small interview.
That's practical. Yes,
that's
I understand that. So any observations of life in general in Kansbahal?
Life in Kansbahal was really life. Life. It was even today when I go to Kansbahal, that मिट्टी में खुशबू है. You can say that मिट्टी में खुशबू है उस कांसबहाल की. और I feel that even when I go to Kansbahal, वो पेड़ पौधे भी मुझे पहचानते हैं.
माशाल्लाह.
That's it.
Right. We all have the same amount of emotion, same magnitude of love towards that place where we grew up. So after leaving Kansbahal, what's that you miss most?
I miss most is the camaraderie. That belongingness. Like we could, we could go to anybody's place, anybody, auntie, kuch ye de do, auntie ye pani de do, auntie, that we never had it is somebody. It was a family. It was family. We were never different. That is what I'm missing it.
Like if I'm allowed to say betakallufi, you don't have to be formal there.
Everything has its own limitations. Like Kansbahal is a place where those who have stayed back, they will understand. Like to some extent, it has lost its charm now. But place-wise, those who have stayed, they can never say that Kansbahal is boring or anything. That's it.
Yeah. So if you are allowed to go back, what would you like to change about the places? Like, what you would like to have as a change in that place?
Well, I don't know. It's very difficult to say what I wouldn't like to. As far as geographically, I wouldn't like to change anything about that place because that's a beautiful place on the earth. And people-wise, well, yes, I wish we all could have been there permanently. A silly wish, but I wish. Yeah, that's it.
It's a wish, yes. So, sir, any life lesson you would like to share with us all for all our benefit?
I would like to pay this is a good platform that I would like to pay tribute to one of our very good friends whom I lost him as a childhood, in the childhood itself, Walter Rodriguez. And I pay my respects to that soul, and he was a good friend.
We certainly remember that black day. We all remember when we lost him.
Yes.
उनसे बिछड़े तो मालूम हुआ कि मौत क्या चीज है. उनसे बिछड़े तो मालूम हुआ कि मौत क्या चीज है. जिंदगी वो थी जो हम उनके महफिल में गुजार आए.
I'll just tell Tushar that after leaving Kansbahal, I went ahead and got through the UPSC examination. and went to OTA, Officer Training Academy at Chennai. And I was commissioned as a second lieutenant into the Indian Army in August 1988. Thereafter, I continued and I got promoted up to the rank of major. And then I left army because my younger brother, Bullu, everybody knows him as Bullu, but late Captain SS Panda, he attained his martyrdom in 1991. So in 1993, I was an SS officer, so I could leave the army. And thereafter, I worked in L&T, Kansbahal, for 3 years. And then I was working up to 1996 in L&T Kansbahal. And thereafter, I have moved on. And presently, I have last 20 years, I'm settled at Bhubaneswar and leading a personal, self-employed life.
Yes, that's a long journey, and journey with plus and minus, high and low. Thanks very much to be with us, and you shared your life lessons, you shared your feelings towards Kansbahal. Kansbahal Radio takes the opportunity to thank you, and we would like to wish you all the best for your future life, for your family, and for all associated with you. It was a real pleasure talking to you, Mr. Lalu Panda, or we call you with love, Lalu Bhaina.
Thank you, Tushar. It was so nice talking to you.
Dear listeners, this program is brought to you by the combined efforts of the Compare team, comprising Shravani Halda and Mausumi Chakrabarti. Technical team comprising Muhammad Ali, TV session, and Nilotpal Kole. And last but not the least, the core admin team. Thank you very much for being with us. दोस्तों, फिर मिलेंगे एक और दिलचस्प शख्सियत के साथ. तब तक के लिए नमस्कार, शुभ रात्रि, अपना ख्याल रखिएगा. मैं आपका मेजबान तुषार आपसे विदा चाहता हूं.